Good morning, everybody. Welcome to end of July ANS Investments video. So we had a pretty robust month this month. I think this is the first month I've actually managed to turn over 10,000 pet of MU in, not profit, but in. We did buy some things to run the business. I also worked out how to calculate my auction fees with some help from some viewers off my stream. So we got a more accurate feed of how much auction fees we're actually paying. Had to add this little column here and do a little bit of multiplication here, and that all sorted out. We sold pretty much the normal stuff that we sell, a mixture of mining materials, amps, guns, components, of course, pretty much the whole range of everything you can sell. As you can see, the list is massive. The amount of things we sold is just huge. And the disappointing thing, though, for me, is the game saw us making heaps of money, and the game took heaps of money. I don't know if they've got some sort of algorithm that knows how much you're getting. I mean, it's not hard to work out. It's simple math, pet in, pet out. But they didn't let their foot off my neck the entire month. Even though I made a lot of MU, Mindark made sure it all went to them. So, look, no worries. I've got the payout money all set aside and everything. But I'm just saying that I thought that they would have been a little bit more considerate, seeing as though we are doing what they want in here. But anyway, can't really whinge too much about them. So that's our sales, and we'll get to the mining. Mining was a little bit shit in the last few weeks. They had us up to about 94.2% now on 686,000 ped. 0.2% is a lot of money. And they took 0.25%. They just gave me negative run upon negative run upon negative run. I'm going to say maybe 8 to 10 runs in a row. So I don't know what's going on there. The composition's been bad, so the amount of things I've been able to sell has reduced. I've had to do a lot more crafting and a lot more ingenious things to get the ped flowing. The stuff from the wave area, the Derulium, has gone almost down to nothing. It's not even worth selling anymore. Listerium's gone down to almost nothing. Not as much cave saps dropping. I did manage to sell a few stacks this month, but not as much as selling is dropping. So they've reduced the composition quality in the game in the last month, which has made it tougher for us. But in saying that, we still had a bumper month when it came to us selling stuff, because I already had a lot of things crafted. People are still wanting amps and guns, even though the ELM stuff and everything is out and the token type guns are out. So we've still done okay. For us this month, it's not about the sales, it's about Mindark being absolute trolls to our situation. So let's just hope that next month that doesn't happen. They done this all last year and we survived, so I'm pretty sure we can tough this out as well. So let's go to the... So we're up to 686,000 in our mining, 94% on the dot return, which still isn't too bad. But yeah, I haven't liked the negative runs in the last couple of weeks. Now, another bit of exciting news. We have officially, as of yesterday, hit 2 million ped cycled from the beginning of this investment. As you can see on the screen right there, 2,1,869,000 ped, whatever that says there. Now, they haven't, so I assumed 200,000 USD, you'd think, yeah, they're going to honour their deal, they're going to bring us up to at least 95%. They haven't. And it's easy to pick on the areas where they haven't. Right, they haven't taken their foot off our neck when it comes to conductor crafting. We're still at 84, almost not even 85% in simple ones and twos. Ones is at 37,000, twos is at 48,000. So they're really, for some unknown reason, bashing us when it comes to conductor crafting. There's so many other things here. Spring crafting's not that great. Spring 2's at 90%, but they've got lower turnover. My biggest bone to pick with them, of course, is hardened metal mountings. 89,000 ped cycled, 86% return. Very disgusting. That's a lot of money to have 86% return on. But as you can see, going down the slicks, Geotrek converters, 10,000 cycled, 79%. So look, it's easy to pick where Mindark are shafting us. It's a little bit in mining. It's mostly in crafting. And I'm just going to say, anyone thinking about going crafting, just realise that this can happen to you and take it easy. Don't go too far into it headlong. Now, as you can see, the gizmos, well, at the beginning of the year when we had the intake, the gizmos was a thing that was a reason for the intake. And we have legitimately poured, between widgets and gizmos, 50,000 pet. And they have rewarded us with nothing but 83% return. So, probably shouldn't have went so headlong into the gizmos now that I look back to the beginning of the year, and probably should have done it like I do now. So when I get some spare materials, I craft 500 pet of gizmos, and that's it. I don't go and do 2, 3, 4, 5,000 pet crafts anymore, because that's the result. And it's difficult to make that back when they're not giving us anything in the craft. So gizmo crafting is definitely a really sort of low part-time thing. We've got to concentrate on what works for us, which is the mining and the crafting of things that sell for markup. So that's what we're going to concentrate on. So that's about it. There's not really much else to tell. We did reach the 2 million. I'm not going to make my video to MindArc until the end of the year, when we have more solid numbers on the Simple 1 conductors and Simple 2 conductors. Simple 2 conductors will definitely be over 50,000. Simple 1 conductors should be at 50,000. It's at 37,000 now. I'm crafting them as much as I can. I craft them maybe 2 or 3 times a week, so they definitely get to see some light of day. I'm going to say 98 to 99% of the crafts are all in full quantity. Sometimes I do need a bit of animal oil residue to make some tools, so those crafts don't go too well, but they're very rare. So yeah, most of these crafts are either on full quantity or just off full quantity for a bit of skill, and they still have not given us any good returns in those crafts. So that's a bit of a letdown from me. Super alloy mountings, 82% return, 55,000 ped cycled. That's probably the only component that could stay at 82% and hold its ground. But the thing about it is I'm using them more now to make items, so I would like 82 to turn into 90 at least. 82 is low for 50,000 ped cycle. That's low. LR45 craft has gone down. We're at 128,000 ped cycled, down to under 95% return. So a little bit upset about that. LR40 sitting at 96.8 to 50,000. So there's a couple of them that are close to being okay. The basic sensor crafting seems to be really good. It's 12,000 ped cycled, basically 95% return. If I was ever to tell an aspiring crafter what to craft, I would say, dude, go basic sheet metal and basic sensor. They don't seem to be punishing on those 2 blueprints. Simple 1 and 2 conductors, never craft them, basically. And as for the rest of the stuff, well, the stats speak for themselves. So yeah, so if you can, guys, contact me after the 5th. I'm just still building up the ped right now. I've got a lot of stuff for sale. I did craft a lot of stuff yesterday, so I reinvested said stash back in, but that'll all sell, and we'll be fine. So good talk. I'll see you at the end of next month, and hopefully MindArc is a little bit more generous to us in the next month. As it stands, if it continues this way, it's going to be like I said earlier. MindArc charges me $10,000 a year to play this game, and that's not a small amount of money, and that's too much for a game to charge. Doesn't matter what opportunities they're giving me. It's $10,000 a year, and I'm doing all the work for them. So I think it's a little bit of a slap in the face. At the moment, we're down 164,863 ped, and if the trend continues, that is going to turn into 200,000 ped for 2 years of gameplay. And doesn't matter what MU I'm making, I can't cover that, because that's just unfair. They need to even up these books. Once they get this back up to 97%, this is a wearable amount, because it will only be like close to the MU earned. Well, we've already paid 10,000 ped in auction fees. By the end of the year, that's going to be 11,000, 12,000 ped. So they're getting a good amount of money out of this situation at the moment, and I really hope they reciprocate in kind to what we're doing for them. But that's the end of that video. I'll see you next month. Talk to me in game. People come collect your money after the 5th, and we're all good.